Hen-pecked or moor?
Actually, that would be Captain Bob Mole. A little respect, man, contest master, fellow Toastmasters, honored guests. A little respect. Not that I get any at home either. I live in Paris. I'm an American in Paris. I live on a houseboat on the Seine. And today I want to tell you about my quest for respect. I was lying in bed, happily being serenaded by Candy, the exotic cabaret dancer, who was endowed with a magnificent set of plumes. Unfortunately, this was only a dream. So there I was, being pummeled by the plumage of my fan dancer, when I was rudely roused from my fantasy by a bird of a different feather, Hen-rietta. Hen-rietta, the neurotic waterhen who lives by my boat. She was flapping madly against the window on the starboard side of my bedroom, telling me I was late for her breakfast. That spoiled bird every morning insists that I toss breadcrumbs out the window. Toasted breadcrumbs. Dipped in Nutella. Well, through my bleary eyes, I could barely make out that blur of feathers outside the window. And I pleaded, Hen-rietta, just go back to bed. And I rolled over. Very soon, Hen-rietta was flapping against the other window on the port side. Well, I let her have it. Enough with the hysterics, Hen-rietta. I'm going to take you off of chocolate. Well, that really set her off, as it would most any woman. And she went totally berserk. And that's when I finally realized she was flapping against the bedroom windows from the inside. Well, I was so startled, I fell out of bed. Hen-rietta flew the coop into the living room, where she began lunging against the big bay window, which was open slightly at the bottom. That must have been how she managed to enter in the first place. But of course, her feeble bird brain wasn't capable now of figuring out where the exit was. I was going to have to raise the window up to help her out. So I slithered into the living room on my belly. Hen-rietta went screeching and shrieking into the kitchen. This was my chance. Away to the window, I flew like a flash. I tore open the curtain and I threw up the sash. When out in the kitchen, there arose such a clatter, I sprang from the room to see what was the matter. We interrupt in compliance with contest rule 4B on quotations to announce that all rhymes in this speech are derived from The Night Before Christmas. And now back to regular programming. So out in the kitchen, man, was that distracting. Anyway, Hen-rietta was squawking and thrashing around the kitchen like a chicken with its head cut off. Aha, that gave me an idea. I grabbed my knife and I came after her. Now, I wasn't out for blood, but she didn't know that. So, I chased her in the direction of the open window, brandishing the meat cleaver in my right hand and making deadly kung fu chops. In the living room, I was greeted with a crescendo of shrieking and hooting. The shrieks were coming from Hen-rietta, who was plastered spread eagle against the pane glass, screaming like a banshee. The hoots, as it turned out, were coming from 8 teenagers rowing a cruise shell past the open window where they had front row seats on the entire performance. That's when I remembered I was naked as a jaybird. With a meat cleaver. In a kung fu stance. The boys and girls from the rowing club were laughing so hard their oars crisscrossed. And they almost capsized the boat, which would have served them right for showing me such little respect. Somehow, in the bedlam, Hen-rietta managed to find the opening, wriggle through, and then she just sashayed away. As if the whole drama had never happened. Giving me one backward glance over her shoulder with a look that said, "Don't be late with my breakfast again." Well, I stared her right back in the eye, and I gave her a look that said, "Stay the heck out of my bedroom." And we locked in our looks and faced off without blinking. Until I nodded, "Okay, breakfast." And she nodded, "Okay, on bedroom." See, respect. Mutual respect. Now that's what I'm talking about.